So good morning, friends. We are starting our weekend here at the South Anchorage Farmers Market. It's kind of a rainy day, not very nice outside. We've intended to come here all summer long, and for the first time, we finally made it out of our house before 2 o'clock when it closes.
Under the boardwalk, down by the sea.
Hey Sherry Beth, so what did you find?
Green beans.
These green beans.
Look how good these look.
So awesome. And this is one of the things that Sherry makes the best. So we're always excited to find fresh green beans. We're also getting some potatoes. We're gonna get some celery and some carrots and onions as well, and do a pot roast this week with all of the fresh veggies and stuff that we found here at the market. And we're so happy because the onions are in now, and we always like finding onions that have the greens on top, because those are things that we can use in soups and stews and other recipes. So salads. So these are 2 for $5 with the greens, which honestly is a pretty great price. It's the best price we found here at the market.
So we just got this lemonade from a little girl selling lemonade with Grandpa's honey. That's what it says on the sign.
Her grandpa has like a booth here that sells honey, so the granddaughter takes his honey and makes lemonade. That's adorable, Sherry. How is it?
Oh, that's good.
Worth the $1?
Yeah.
So that was an unbelievably successful trip to the market. Stuff is definitely starting to come in.
Yep.
We've been to the market before, and this is by far the best we've seen as far as availability and stuff.
Yeah. This was also just a perfect example of one of the reasons we love Alaska.
This is like, so there are a number of like, each neighborhood in Anchorage, or most neighborhoods, have their own market, their own farmers market. So this is the South Anchorage Farmers Market near where we live. And while we were there, we saw Lisa Murkowski, who's our U.S. Senator, there selling ravioli at their pasta business, which is super cool. Mark Begich, who used to be the senator, mayor of Anchorage, running for governor, just there with his wife. Like, it's just, and like, you can just like talk to them and nobody's pretentious and just everybody's there having a good time, and there's old people playing ukuleles and singing in the rain. I don't know, it's just, it's so perfect and so fun. That's always something we enjoy doing.
Little girl selling lemonade.
That was adorable. It's just like, I don't know, it's just like a little neighborhood farmer's market, and they just have so many of them in Anchorage. Definitely one of my favorite activities for sure.
Yeah.
Also, we're gonna show you everything we bought. So a little bit later in the vlog, we're gonna do a farmer's market haul as part of the video, so you can see everything we got. We'll tell you how much it was, so you can kind of compare cost in Anchorage to cost maybe where you live. So this is everything we got at the South Anchorage Farmers Market. All of this was about $80. So we want to walk you through and show you what we got, what our meals are, and just kind of show you our farmers market haul from Alaska.
So first and most importantly, there was a guy who roasts his own coffee there, and he kind of explained his process, and we got to try some of this. It was delicious.
It was really good. I've never seen him before, never heard of him before. His business is called Ethereal Coffee, and he was selling these kind of big not pint jars, but these big mason jars of coffee. This was $11. We got the Uganda coffee. It's really good. Plus, for us, honestly, you guys know we love coffee, but it's also fun to like support a dude who's roasting beans in his home.
Yep, and he said, so this was $11, and he said if you bring the jar back empty, he'll fill it for $10. So
that's kind of cool.
A little cheaper.
Yeah. And the next thing we got is from the Alaska Pasta Company. This is a local company. I've actually had their pasta before. A lot of like local higher end restaurants sell their pasta. So we got raviolis. We got the kitchen sink. They have different kinds that they have. The kitchen sink is just basically full of a bunch of different cheeses, reindeer sausage, spinach. It's kind of everything that's like left over from all their other pastas. So this was $9, and it has about 30 raviolis in it. So our plan is to do a meal with raviolis and then make a salad with the rest of the stuff that we got here.
So for one of our meals this week, we're gonna do a roast with a bunch of the veggies. So we got this Alaska grown chuck roast.
This is one of the things, obviously vegetables grow great in Alaska because of our long growing season with like a lot of summer sun, but there's not a ton of meat yet. That's still like a growing industry. Yeah. So we found this place that does Alaska grown meat. So we got the Alaska roast. That was $19, just so you guys know. And this was about 2.5 pounds. So $19 for a 2.5 pound locally grown roast. I think that's pretty good.
It looks really good.
It does look good.
And then we also got these little potatoes, little red potatoes that we can throw in with the roast with some onions and carrots.
Yep, so we got onions here. And again, as we said, we got the onions with the greens on them because we love those. We got 3 onions, and that was $8 for 3 onions. And then we got this bag of locally grown carrots. The guy said best carrots in Alaska, and there was a lady nearby who was getting carrots who like chimed in. She was like,
I can vouch for that.
I can vouch for that. So this bag of carrots was $6. And then we also got this celery, which I think was $3.
Yeah,
I think something like that. So
yep.
our,
the potatoes were $2.50 a pound.
yeah, so kind of cool that we can do a roast with locally grown meat, locally grown potatoes, celery, carrots, and onions. I love that actually. And then we also got a bag of cilantro, fresh local cilantro, and you guys,
I walked past the bin that it was in and I was like, oh, cilantro, and I like stuck my face right in it. It smells so good.
so I know there are people that like don't love cilantro. We are not those people. Plus we have a video coming up. We're gonna be doing a Mexican corn video showing you guys how to do Mexican corn, street corn in the Instant Pot, and we needed fresh cilantro score.
One of our other favorite things to do as a side is green beans. I like to saute them up. They're so good. And these, I walked past and I was like, these look amazing. We're buying them.
Yeah, the green beans, definitely the best looking green beans at the market. And I'm excited for you to make these.
Yes. Another thing we got that's one of my favorite snacks is snap peas. I'll just take these to work with me and just kind of snack on them in the afternoons.
You love sugar snap peas. I don't mind them. I'm not a huge fan. I will say this was $5 a bag. We did see them for cheaper later on at the market. One of the things that we try to do is we try to like do one lap first, right? Go all the way around it first and like see what the prices of everything are, and then go back to the places that have the best deals on stuff. We didn't do that with these. We just saw the bag and bought it. So this was $5 a bag. We saw another place that was selling them for $4 a bag, but still, like, you'll eat this whole bag this week.
Oh yeah.
For sure. So if it gets used, it doesn't really matter what the price is. And then the last thing that we got at the market is lettuce. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a salad, again, with a lot of these veggies to go with the ravioli. The lettuce was $2 a bunch, but then when Sherri went to buy it, the lady said, go ahead and take a second one for free. So we got these for $1 each. That seems like a great price.
Yeah.
It looks really, really good. So that's what we got, you guys. We got lettuce, carrots, snap peas, celery, cilantro, green beans, onions, potatoes, a chuck roast, pasta, and coffee, all that's been like made here in the area for $80. I think that's really good.
And a cup of lemonade.
Oh yeah, and we did get the cup of lemonade. That's right, from the girl.
That was $1.
That was $1. So obviously, can you buy this stuff cheaper at the grocery store? Yes. But some of it for us is not only supporting local business, supporting local farmers, supporting like what they do, but for us it's really cool to know that like we're gonna sit down for a pot roast dinner and everything that was a part of the dinner was made like within 30 miles of our home, right? Or raised within 30 miles of our home. So I love that so much. So tell us in the comments below, you guys, are you surprised to see that Alaska has produce like this? And also, what do you think about the price? Was that really, really expensive? I do have a confession to make. I feel like everything was a pretty good deal.
Except for the green beans.
The green beans were really expensive. These were like $10 a pound. So I bet this is almost $15 of green beans. We wouldn't have gotten them if Sherri didn't make green beans so good and if these looked so good.
And we won't be getting them again. It's just fun to like, because this is really the first time we've actually made it to the farmer's market this year, so.
Yeah, they look too good to pass up.
They were too good to pass up. Normally we would just get them for much cheaper at the grocery store.
Yeah, but everything else, again, $1 for this, I think is great. So, I think this was a hugely successful trip to the farmer's market.
I think so too. So we're at Barnes & Noble because, obviously, and look what we just found.
You guys, so we have typically not liked the Disney Pop Mickey Mouse. We haven't liked how it looks, but this is like a special collector's, like Barnes & Noble exclusive, where it's Mickey and he is all gold and glittery.
It's a golden Mickey's just like on the boat.
It is a golden Mickey just like on the boats. Sherri, are we getting it?
Obviously.
Obviously. Just another trip to the bookstore where Sherri has an entire arm full of books. Sherri Beth. So basically every trip to a bookstore results in more books for this one right here. As we've said before in vlogs, I don't mind buying books at all because you definitely read them. Like Sherri reads over 100 books most years.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. That's absolutely crazy to me. So Sherri, show the fine people what books you got today.
Okay, well, there's this one that's called Mother Knows Best. That is part of a series of other villains, kind of their like backstory
You read it
of other Disney villains.
and you've read all the rest of them, right?
I've read all the rest of them and I love them.
Good job. So that's one.
This one called Girl Wash Your Face by Rachel Hollis is one that I've seen, and he recommended it actually. It seems like it'll be really just a good book.
A number of friends that I follow on Twitter, I think actually know Rachel and have said pretty amazing things about this book. So another good one.
This one I have seen several times and has always kind of caught my attention, but I haven't bought it. But then I saw that they made a Netflix movie about it. So it's called To All the Boys I've Loved Before. I'm excited to read this before I watch the Netflix movie.
Okay, and the final one?
The final one is called Never Never. It is kind of Captain Hook's story of Neverland.
You love stories that, or any books or anything that takes a different tale or a different like take on common characters that we know, right?
Yep.
And so that,
I'm excited for this one.
yeah, when Sherri gave this to me, like handed it to me and I read the back cover, it's obvious, like, yep, that's a book you will love.
Yep.
And then of course you guys already saw the Golden Mickey. I love that. That's going on our Disney wall for sure. So another successful trip to a bookstore.
Yes.
Another expensive trip to a bookstore. Thanks, Sherri.
Successful.
Successful, not expensive. Successful.
Yes.
Okay. All right, you guys, Sherri and I are at Red Robin grabbing dinner real quick, and I'm gonna bring you into our lives a little and let you know something that we do most of the time when we're sitting at a table at a restaurant. It's so nerdy, but you have to have something to pass the time. This is what we do. So it's kind of a version of tabletop football. We take my ring, because my ring is giant, and Sherri has that.
Diamonds on it.
Yeah, Sherri's ring won't work. So she has the ring on her side, and then on my side, I will hold my fingers like this, kind of like a goal. And Sherri's gonna try to, let's see, can she do it? Oh my gosh. So she gets 1 point. Basically, we do this until our food comes. We're kind of huge nerds. Terrible shot, Sherri. Happy Sunday, friends. It is the next day, and we are on our way to church this morning. And then after church, we are going to a festival that we really love. We try to go to it every year, and we almost missed it this year, didn't we, Sherri?
Man, yeah, we did.
So it's the Alaska Greek Festival. It happens here in Anchorage at the Greek Orthodox Church. And Sherri used to work up by the church. So when she'd be going to work every day, she'd like see the banners of when the festival's happening. This year we had no idea that it was this weekend.
No, we saw a post like last night about from the newspaper about like covering it, and we were like, "It's this weekend."
We're like, how is it this weekend?
Oh no!
So every year we try to go. It's full, or it's fun. It's a pretty small festival, but we always have a ton of fun. We get to eat gyros and other delicious Greek foods. So today, you guys get to go to the Alaska Greek Festival. It has decided to straight up rain. It was just sprinkling earlier, but now that's all changed.
And since most of the Greek festival is outside, we decided we don't want to stand in line in the rain or walk around in the rain, so we're just gonna not.
No Greek festival today. Church was amazing, you guys. Visiting churches has been an interesting experience over the last couple of years. Amazing. Like really, really great. Not only that, but after church we got invited over to the house of someone that we know who went there, and there was a bunch of other people there, so it was just like church, great experience, got to be with people that we know and really like, and then like invited right into community. It was just, I don't know, it's what we want church to be. It's more about the people than about the product, so it was a really good day, but no Greek festival, so we just did our shopping. Now I think we're gonna head home, and I don't know what we're gonna do.
Stay inside.
Definitely stay inside. That is definitely what we're gonna do. We've been home for a couple of hours now. I just finished a work project I had to finish up today. I've kind of been stressing about it and putting it off a little bit, but it didn't take too long, but it's done, and that's what matters. And as you guys saw, kind of a rainy, dreary day outside, so while I was working, Sherri, I think, was preparing for what fall and winter are like in her life. Let me show you Sherri's reality. Well, she's got Missy here, the electric blanket on, and Sherri, you got a book going? That's kind of perfect for you, huh?
Pretty nice.
And then over here, over here we got a fire in the fireplace, which I'm not gonna lie, actually does feel pretty nice. The temperature is definitely changing here in Alaska. Fall for sure is on its way. We've noticed a couple trees that are like starting to change color, which honestly is okay with me. We've had a really good summer in Alaska. Like, we had a lot of nice days and warm weather earlier. Plus, Sherri and I both really love fall, like pumpkin spice lattes and sweaters and just like, I don't know, it's perfect. Plus, after fall comes Christmas, which you guys know I love. Also, we totally forgot to tell you guys earlier in the vlog something super exciting. So if you guys remember, just a couple weeks ago, our friends Kelly and Caleb stayed with us as they were on this epic Alaskan road trip. Their YouTube channel is Real World Travelers. They spent a couple years in Japan. We really loved watching their videos. We got connected to them online and then they stayed with us. They're moving to Alaska. You guys, they announced it this last week. We've been talking to them about it for a couple of weeks and they're doing it. Like, they're moving to Alaska. They'll be here like 2 weeks. So we're really excited about that. We absolutely loved having them stay with us. We loved connecting with them. They're just as nice as you could imagine. And they're gonna be staying with us for a little while here when they move up here. So you guys will be seeing them in the vlogs. And Sherri, how do we feel about that?
I'm so excited.
We really are so excited to have them in Alaska. They announced, I think, on their social media earlier this weekend that they're moving here, so we can officially tell you, more Alaskan vloggers, how freaking exciting is that? All right, friends, I think that's where we're gonna end the vlog this weekend. Thanks for hanging out with us on just kind of a normal leg life weekend. We love you guys. Subscribe to our channel if you have not. Give this video a thumbs up, and we will see you on Wednesday with the next Leg Life video.